You guys know I am ready for fall. As you can see, I'm wearing quarter sleeves, a red shirt with quarter sleeves. Unfortunately, thanks to Hurricane Flow's little visit last weekend, I was hoping that it would be a little colder, like at least in the 70s or 60s. But no, it's in the 80s. It's going to be in the 80s this week. Like, what the heck? It's supposed to be cool. I mean, I know, like, later, like, I think by Thursday, the 20th, is going to be the beginning of fall, or Thursday or Friday. Like, by the end of the week, fall is going to start. It's like, where's the cold weather? Why is it 80s? Why is it in the 80s? Of course, by the time when that comes, I'm going to regret it, because, like, winter's going to come before you know it. I'm going to be freezing my ass off. Like, I want it to be hot again. That's what I'm going to be thinking. I know most people are like, I never want it to be hot. But me, I will eventually be complaining about the cold as well. Because I complain. I'm a complainer when it comes to the weather. I hate summer and winter. Well, I don't hate. I hate winter more than I hate summer. The only good aspect about winter is in December. You know, when, like, the Christmas season. I love the Christmas season because people are actually nice to each other. And, you know, like, and yes, like, and I'm not gonna lie here, yes, I do look forward to receiving gifts. But I do like giving gifts as well and finding things for people. But it's so hard to find things for people. Because I'm surrounded by picky people. But anyway, so I thought to get into the mood, I would do the fall book tag. I don't know who created this one, but hopefully that person is still on BookTube, because sometimes these tags are so old that eventually that BookTuber has already left the building. Okay, so question number 1 is crunchy leaves. The world is colorful. Find a book with red, yellow, and orange on the cover. So I have quite a few books like that could fit. First, I have this book, A Star Shall Fall, which has red, orange, and yellow, and it is a story about the war between science and magic, essentially. And it looks like a really fun, interesting book, and I can't wait to read it. And you know what? Now I'm thinking, you know what I should do? I should just, you know, if there's a book that I talk about on here that I'm really interested in, I should just read it, like, right now. Problem is, there are so many books that I start that I never finish. That is my problem, is there's books I start, but I never finish those books. Okay, so there's that one, but then I also realized that one of the current books I'm reading, The Female Persuasion, has a lot of colors on it. Red, orange, and yellow, but it also has salmon pink, and it has some green, and it has some blue, but it also has red, orange, and yellow. I think. Does it have any yellow? Actually, no, it doesn't really have any yellow, so never mind. But it can still kind of count. And then I realized I also have this one, and this is the most fall-looking, autumn-looking book. Yes, because I've said in the past that I don't like saying the word fall, but it's kind of hard because I've said it for all these years, so I can't stop saying fall. And the tag is also called fall, but I prefer the word autumn. It's not so more sophisticated. This is actually the book that is the closest to looking like an autumnal book. With, you know, its leaves on the cover and everything. Like, it has red and orange and yellow on here, but there's a mixture of green as well. But it's probably the one that looks the most autumnal. So, The Immortalist, which is about a group of 4 siblings who, when they were younger, when a psychic moved to their neighborhood, they went to go see her, and she predicted each of their deaths. Like, how long they were going to live, and when they were going to die, and how they were going to die. And it's about how that affects them, like, or does it affect them? You know, how it doesn't impact their lives is because they know that they have this piece of information, does it affect their decisions and their choices in life? And that's what this book is about. And it's a really good book, by the way. It's definitely really interesting to think about, and it's the book that looks the most autumnal on me. Okay, so Next question. Question number 2. Cozy sweaters. It's finally cold enough to wear a cozy sweater. What book gives you the warm and fuzzies? And this is hard, and I do not want to say Harry Potter or Sarah J. Maas or anything like that. So I went ahead and said this book. The Secret Keeper by Kate Morton. All of her books have a very cozy feel. Oh, I just realized something. I could use another one of her books for another one of these questions. Well, what kind of? But, yes, this is one of my favorite books by her, and it's just a very heartwarming story about why do you do that? Why do you do that? My dogs just keep pushing and pushing up. Okay, the sun keeps coming out. But then it's like, I don't know if I should run or not, but there's an 85% chance of participation, so there's an 85% chance that it's gonna rain. But the sun, and my mom keeps saying, oh, I hear the thunder, but the sun keeps coming out. So it's like, should I run? Should I try to run? Or am I gonna just waste my time? And of course my mom will say, well, it's up to you. She always does that. It's up to you. And it's like, I keep thinking, okay, should I go out there and go for a run? Or am I gonna get out there and start my run and then have to turn back around? So I don't know. It's driving me crazy. And yeah, and when I looked at the weather, on the weather website, it said it should have started by now, but it hasn't started. Nothing's happened. It's like, is it gonna rain or not? I don't know. But anyway, so yes, this book feels all warm. It's like about, it's just, I don't know why, but it just gives me the warm fuzzies. And it's not really, it's a sad book. And there's murder involved in the book, and there's it's during World War II, so the two main characters are kind of caught during the London Blitz. So it's not exactly a warm and fuzzy book, and I'm sure some of her other books, like The Lighthouse, for instance, would be a little bit better. Well, no, not really, actually, because even that one. But the first warm and fuzzy book that came to mind is another one that I've read is Agatha Christie books, and I do not have those. Oh, and those are also books that would be good for another question right here. But anyway, so, this is the best it's not really, the most warm and fuzzy book, but neither is, like, the video that I watched where I got the questions, so I, write down the questions, I could think about my answers. The book he chose was not necessarily warm and fuzzy either. It's, but, yeah, so I choose this one for my warm and fuzzy book. Okay, so next question. Fall storm. Question number 3. Fall storm. The wind is howling and the rain is pouring. Pick a favorite book to read on a stormy day. I don't have one, but I do have books that I think would be perfect to read during a stormy day. Okay, so, I'm trying to think what was the other one. Oh, I think Agatha Christie, for one, her mysteries are good books to read on a stormy day. But out of the books I have, let's see if I can get it. Well, I'm not going to show it to you. I can't grab them. Well, I guess, let me see. Yeah. Okay. This might not be the best one, but I feel like Kate Morton's books are good to read on a stormy day because they're like Agatha Christie books. They always involve a mystery. And it's all about like something happened in the past, and our present day character is trying to figure out what happened in the past, and somehow she's connected. Either like she's connected to it, or she knows someone who is connected to it. And so I feel like a lot of her books will be great books to read during a stormy weather, because they're just such cozy little mysteries. that where the character has to find out who done it, like what happened all those years ago. So I definitely think these are good books for stormy weather kind of books. But I normally don't read them, although now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have read one for books during this past weekend. But, okay, question number 4. Cool, crisp air. What is the coolest character you'd want to trade places with? Now, the problem with this question is if you trade places with this character, would you have all their skills as well? Or would you basically be a helpless idiot? So I think a character that would be fun to trade places with, that it would be cool to be, if I could have her skills and stuff, and not just get transported into her body, but actually, well, I don't know, is, like, yeah, her life's, and this character's life does kind of suck, to an extent, but I think it would be so cool to be Mia Corvair. She's so badass and awesome, and she's learned to be an assassin. She's just so cool, and just, like, although she doesn't have a lot of friends because you can't trust the people she's around, and both her parents are dead. Her only companion is this little cat who will take away her fear, though. So if I had a Mr. Kindly for a pet, or if one of my dogs had that capability, that would be so awesome. I would love that. But yes, she's so cool and so badass, and I don't mind being badass like her. But yeah, the only problem is she can't trust anyone and someone could kill her. Like, she already has an enemy who could easily kill her. If they decide they don't want her around. But it's cool. But yeah, I would love to be a badass assassin like Mia is. She's awesome. Okay. Question number 5. Hot Apple Cider. What is an underrated book you'd want to be the next hottest thing? This one was hard. I don't really have an answer for this. I did kind of come up with something, but I don't know if it would really apply to the question. Because since I've joined BookTube, that's how I find out the books that I want to get into through BookTube. So most of my books here are already pretty popular in the next hottest thing. I haven't discovered anything on my own. Well, except for occasionally, like, I did discover, like, I found this book. I think this would be a cool book to be, but it's not a new book. That's the problem. Like, books I've discovered thanks to the used bookstore, the Gibbons bookstore, they're old books. And so is the one I ended up picking for this question to give some kind of answer. But I think this is a really cool, well, although it's not that old, like, it came out, the copyright date is, let's see, where's the copyright date? It's like 10 years old, so, well, maybe 11, but it's not that old, but it is 2007. But yeah, it'd be kind of cool to know that this is popular. Oh, I'm really liking this too. I'm really enjoying this. The Faithful and the Fallen series. I would love for that to become really popular. I think it's a really cool series. I really like it. I really like all the characters. I don't know if this is already popular, like how old this, shouldn't it be, it can't be that old, it's even young, it's gotta be even younger than that book, Acacia. Yeah, it's, copyright 2012 is when this first book was published. because they already have the whole series. So I think it'd be cool if this all of a sudden became a popular series. And I'm going to help make it popular once I can actually get a good summary of it and give you guys a good description of it. And maybe get my friends interested. Because I already know one of them would never read it, but my other two potentially.
Come on! Come on, boy!
The other two might potentially get into it. Okay, something here. Is that? Oh, maybe it's the Shavaris. Okay, well, let me quickly finish this video. But yeah, so I guess, yeah, this would probably be a better answer. Because I'm really liking this series. I think so far, I'm really loving this first book. And I really hope other people will get into it as well. But I want to get into it first. So, and then I can introduce other people to it, like my friends. So next. 6. Coats, scarves, and mittens. Well, I don't have an answer for this one. But coats, scarves, and mittens. It's funny, the guy I watched do this one, he was like, I hate the word mittens. I don't know why he said that. I guess, I'm curious why he hates the word, but maybe he just does. The weather has turned cold again, and it is time to cover up. What's a book with embarrassing cover you've ever owned? And I don't have an answer for that one. Let me just do this as quickly as possible before. Okay, so I don't have an answer for that one because I don't really care, honestly. I mean, I admit that the covers, like the Harley Quinn books covers, the romance novel covers, I'm not always interested in. I can see why certain covers are considered really beautiful and why some people don't like other covers. But I'm not picky about my bookshelves. You know, I mean, lately, like, the last few books I bought, I mean, some of, like, Anne McCaffrey's books, she has very 80s style covers, but I think she's an older author. I have some of her books, and, like, you know, Julian Marillier's book, this is a pretty old book, and it's kind of have a very cheesy cover. Well, although this one came out in the 2000s, so it's not that old. But, damn it, my stupid door. Okay, I gotta help. I'm running out of time because our friends are here. And they have little girls that will just want to hang out and talk. Okay, so I don't have an answer for question number 6. And then the last question, because I'm not going to do question number 8, which is the tag people question, is what is your favorite fall time food? You know, no, not yet. I like pumpkin. Who doesn't love pumpkin? And apples. And cinnamon. I really like cinnamon during fall time. But we're actually, this next weekend, I believe it will be, we're gonna go pumpkin and apple picking. And I love that. It's one of my all-time favorite autumn activities we'll do. We don't do it all the time, but I always get so excited when we do it. It's just this fun little tradition, like getting, wearing jackets and getting dressed, and we've added a new aspect to the tradition where we will go wine tasting afterwards, because now most of us are adults that go, so it's, although all my cousins now, most of them have kids now. But it is I love that tradition. I love going apple picking and pumpkin picking. So, really, in all honesty, my all-time favorite snack is pumpkin. Like, anything with pumpkin flavor. I really like that. And I do also like cinnamon, and I like apple. And I've got more into eating apples. Now, my only problem, though, with apples is My dad always would buy the bigger apples. But now he has gotten into the habit of buying, unless it's my mom who's buying them, the bags with the smaller apples inside of them, instead of buying the individual apples that are really big. They will buy the bag that's full of the smaller apples. And I prefer that. But yeah, so, let me see, I think, yep, that's it, because the last question is most likely, I can't remember what the phrase that they use for that, but you guys will see it. But basically, it's the question where you share the love and tag people, and I do not tag people in this, but if you guys are interested, feel free to do this tag in the spirit of autumn. It is a fun tag, and, if you guys liked my video with my answers, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and click subscribe. And if you have not already, please do that. And I hope you all are enjoying your reading, and I will talk to all you guys later. Alright, bye.